Definition of classification and filing system. Definition of classification is from sources: file classification, organizing of paper and electronic records, electronic record management, and scanning. Classification is the process of organizing documents and information into a structure that makes them easier to find. Is known as file classification. Meanwhile, definition of filing system is from sources: My MBA Guide, Your MBA Master. Filing system is an organization's central record-keeping mechanism. It aids you in being a more organized and systematic, efficient, and open.
Objective filing system. First, to classify and arrange records properly. Second, to protect documents against possible loss or damage. Third, to provide a method of obtaining information without loss of time. Fourth, to enable past record to be made easily available to management for framing business policy and future plan.
Importance of filing system. Filing is an important function of every organization. Number 1. Filing system helps in centralizing important documents in one place. Number 2. Filing system could benefit in supporting communication, as maintaining the conversation history is useful for later reference. Number 3. Filing system is important in making review and approval content be easier. Last but not least, number 4. Importance of filing system, offering the organization to control over information access.
Basically, all the organization will practice this filing system and classification into their organization. So, if they fail to conduct a proper filing system and classification, it will lead to the problem into the organization. So, there are 4 impacts of improper filing system and classification that has been identified. So the first one is it will lead to the time wasted in retrieving the files. The second one is it will lead to the organization to pay for the premium price for the document storage, and then it will lead to the misplaced and loss of files. And the last one is employee will stress level rise as their ability to find and share the information becomes challenging.
Current issues in classification and filing system. Harsh environment, IMO Polar Code. The Polar Code is intended to cover the full range of shipping-related issues relevant to navigate in the water surrounding two poles, including ship design, construction and equipment, operational and training, concerns, search and rescue, and most importantly, to protection of the polar region's unique environment.
IMO RO Code, effective on January 1, 2015, that provide a consolidated instrument with criteria against which ROS will be assessed, authorized or recognized.
One of the current issues that we have identified is about big data needed to control the file. So at some point in time, when the volume, variety and velocity of the data are increased, the current technique and technologies may not be able to handle storage and processing of the data. So at the end of the day, it will lead to the slow down finding, searching informations, and lastly, it will lead to the difficulties to retrieve the information.
Current issues in classification and filing system. In today's computerized world, new risks emerge every hour of every day. Connecting to the internet opens up the possibility of a hacker targeting the organization, especially cybercrime, that becoming big business and cyber risk a focus of organizations and governments globally. Many organizations don't have an appropriate cybersecurity plan that causing the issues in classification and filing system. Cybersecurity is making sure the organization data is safe from attacks from both internet and external bad actors. The goal of any cybersecurity strategy is to ensure confidentiality, data integrity, and availability.
Administrative history. The establishment of University in Kelantan was made as a component in the 9th Malaysia Plan to support the quality human capital development in the higher education sector. University Malaysia Kelantan based on entrepreneurship and enterprise in all the study programs.
Okay, so next, the vision and missions of organizations of University Malaysia of Kelantan is their vision is to become as a record storage center for UMK and make university archive materials available for reference by researcher. And then their mission is one of the mission is to coordinate and implement training, briefings, courses, and records management programs for UMK staff in collaboration with the National Archive of Malaysia.
Next, we move to the function and activities. Alright, the first one is function. There are 4 functions in the UMK. The first one is internalization. Second one is promotion and recruitment. The third one is mobility. And the last one is student visa and welfare. Alright, for the activities at UMK, there are 4 activities that held in the UMK. The first one is Drunk Coding Games Challenge, Program MSN 2020. The second one is Jomfit Alliance FSP. The third one is UMK Bergerak Promosi Bantu Program Imunisasi COVID-19. And the last one is Jom Masuk IPTA 2020.
Standard of Classification and Filing System. The file classification developed by University Malaysia of Kelantan Archive is based on the guidelines set by the National Archive of Malaysia and has been harmonized. File classification requirements in the field of records management in accordance with page 2223, Information and Documentation Records Management Part 1, which is general, and Part 2, which is guidelines, and meet part of the implementation requirements of the use of main records system application. University Malaysia of Kelantan's archive performed the hierarchical classification system to their organization filing. Particularly, hierarchical classification system is designed to break down the business of an organization into a hierarchy of levels.
First, for housekeeping or administrative file. As we all know, administrative file is the common file that exists in an agency. 3 functions for administrative file in UMK. First, pengurusan kewangan dan akaun. Second, pengurusan sumber manusia.
FAST or FAST for housekeeping or administrative files. For example, the function is 100 for pentadbiran, 100-1 perundangan for the activity, 100-1/1 for Akta Enactment Ordinance from Undang-Undang Kecil UMK as a sub-activity, and 100-1/1/1 is for Penggubalan Akta Enactment Ordinance from Undang-Undang Kecil UMK as the transaction or the file of the organization. Second example for the housekeeping or administrative files in UMK archive is the same function 100 pentadbiran, 100-3 Perancangan Strategi Open Reserve Risiko as the activity, 100-3/1 as the plan strategy for the sub-activity, and last for the transition of the file of the organization is 100-3/1/1 is for the plan strategy UMK.
For the operational file or functional file, it is this type of file deal with the implementations of the organization policies and procedures, and generally all the activities, all the operations in the organization need to be filed. In University Malaysia of Kelantan, we have identified 3 operational file, which is Pengurusan Universiti, Hal Ehwal Pelajar dan Alumni, and the last one is Tanah, Bangunan dan Infrastruktur file. For the Pengurusan University file, the functions that has opened is entitled Pengurusan University. So these types of file is to describe all the activities that has been held in the organizations in the university. So the activity that has been opened is Tadbir Urus Akademik and also Pembelajaran dan Pengajaran. So this activity will conduct the reference or the evidence about the information that related to the subject. So in conclusion, filing system and classification is one of the best way that needs to be practiced in all organizations. Why it is very important? Because with the proper filing and classification, it will lead to the better records management. And if the organization have a good records management, it will help the companies to run and grow smoothly.